Buying new camera equipment is very expensive, but you don't need the latest and greatest to get professional results. In this video, I want to give you 8 tips on how you can save tons of money by buying used equipment like this. My first tip is not to buy the camera from a professional photographer. This professional photographer will risk a lot to get the picture. He will go to lots of places and travel a lot, so the camera will be worn out already. The shutter here, it goes up and down, and there's a physical limit until it wears out. My second tip is that you buy from somebody who puts his full name and, if possible, the street address, and also has some real pictures of the camera or the lens, because otherwise it's very likely that it's like a shady person that wants to betray you or even wants to sell you something broken or stolen. My tip number 3 is that you meet the person if possible, so that you can check that the item is still working. I also bring like a strong LED light, so that I can check if there are any scratches on the lens. Also make sure that the package you receive is complete. For example, when I bought this lens, there was no lens hood included, which was annoying because I had to order this lens hood in China. Ask for the bill, maybe there's still warranty. My tip number 4 is that you don't buy from a dealer, because there are many people who buy stuff, used stuff, and sell it immediately for a higher price, but you want to pay the lower price.
Wow.
So ask also what is the reason why the person is selling something, and if the reason is that he or she doesn't use the item often enough, then this is a very good reason, because you receive something that is very new. My tip number 5 is to negotiate, because people will usually try to minimize the loss and put the item for a higher price, but you can check online what is the current price. For example, the Sony a5100, the guy first put it for 300 euros and later he lowered the price to 200, and I had to be quick to get the camera. My tip number 6 is to make the seller happy. Usually the goal is to have a win-win situation, that the seller gets rid of something he doesn't need anymore and you receive something that you need. So it's important that you state in a mail or in a message for what you want to use the item. And the seller will be more motivated and see that you are not somebody who just wants to buy something and sell it for a higher price to somebody else. Also show commitment and motivation, write when and where you can meet, so the seller sees that you are serious. My tip number 7 is to ask a friend to come with you. Especially when you are a photography beginner, it's good to have somebody who has the knowledge for what to look and what to check if the item is really functioning how you expect. My tip number 8 is a tough one. It's a decision with which camera system you want to go. I went with Canon because it's the number 1 selling camera system, and there are the most lenses on the used market with the lowest price because of that. Also, new lenses are the cheapest for the quality you get. But choosing the camera system is like almost like a religion, because Nikon has very good dynamic range and more better features, but the video is not so good. Or Sony is very good for 4K video until it overheats. The lenses are very expensive, overpriced. Canon has very good skin tones. Last but not least, a bonus tip. You can buy cheap camera equipment in China. I usually just buy stuff below 20 euros, because over 20 euros I would have to pay import taxes in Austria. I bought, for example, this like small wind muff for the microphone. It's just maybe 2 euros. Or I buy like small plastic parts for the GoPro camera. I use AliExpress, the best website. The disadvantage for buying in China is that it can take a long time until it arrives. In Austria it can be up to 1 or up to 2 months. So what's your experience buying used stuff? Please post in the comments below, like my video, subscribe to my channel for future updates. Thanks for watching. Bye.